Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, June 21st. It is the first day of summer. We have blue skies now, but it wasn't that way earlier. But it's first thing in the morning, and look. Oh my goodness. Ho ho! It's already above my comfort threshold. Oh, buddy. Everybody's on walkabout this morning. Daddy's been busy with a chainsaw all morning. Yeah. George, what do you say, Goofy Duck? Hey. He said, Dad, you're wearing boots. Yeah, that's because I was using a chainsaw. Yep. Anyway, folks, we had a storm blow through this morning. 4 a.m. It was blowing and raining. Yep. And we lost one branch. And it was very convenient that it missed my new sheds and my old shed, but it fell right next to it. It could have been a disaster. It fell right across the bucket of my bobcat. I worked this morning chainsawing that up, and I'll show you that in a minute. And it brings up my point of wanting to work on all these big trees right over the house and right over the pond. I mentioned that the damage done to Eva's plum tree in Germany can happen here, and it happened last night. Anyway, on yesterday's news, George and I and Layla walked the full length of Main Street, Hayward, for the Musky Fest yesterday because it's going to be way too hot today. The festival started yesterday. It goes all day today and all day tomorrow, but it is going to be 90 degrees today and about 91 or 92 tomorrow, and that's too hot for Goofy Duck. He gets overheated. Yesterday was 10 degrees cooler, and he still got too hot. I picked him up and carried him. We ended up having to park about a half a mile away from Main Street, and town was packed, full of people, and everybody met George yesterday. He was wearing his lumberjack neck sweater. Yep, the Deanne made for him. Yep, he was wearing that. Downtown Hayward is Lumberjack Central. Yep, and everybody loved it, and there was probably 1,000 pictures and videos made of George walking with Layla and I down Main Street with him wearing that. Unfortunately, when we got to Main Street, I reached in my back pocket, and I did not have my phone or my camera with me. They were in my truck a half a mile away. So I was not able to make a video yesterday or take any pictures of George wearing his neck sweater. He got drinks of water. All the storekeepers along Main Street keep a pan of water outside for animals, for dogs and whatever, and George knows where all those stores are at. He saw his old buddy Donovan was playing music out there yesterday, and he ran up to Donovan like, hey, how's it going? Yep. Anyway, George was getting drinks, but he was still overheated. That's because his feet are his radiator. Yeah. Anyway, I ended up taking his neck sweater off of him, and I put it in my back pocket and drove him to the old house on the river, and he went swimming off his old dock. He and Layla both took a big swim. They had a good time. Yep, he got all chilled out, and then we went to Wally World. Yep. And got supplies and came home. I worked on the roof of the semi-trailer last night, pressure cleaning that. I'm going to post some pictures. I worked on it until about 9 o'clock last night, and it got too dark, and I folded it up for the night. and I'll finish that this morning. It's already getting too hot, but I gotta get it done. Anyway, here comes the guard cat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The guy that did the artwork of Hazel, the guard kitty, yep, the security guard, that is Steve. That is Sandy's husband, the Tiki Tiki channel. Yeah, Steve, send me an email. I want to get a hold of you. I want to do some collaboration. Yeah, that was absolutely stunning artwork. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what you do for a living, but you're really good at artwork. You betcha. Anyway, I'm going to pause this. The fish are hungry. It took me a half hour to scoop all the stuff out of the pond this morning, and I'll show you something funny. The fish are right there. The net that I used to scoop all the stuff out of the pond is like ringing a dinner bell for them. Here we go, babies. Yeah. There they are, George. Yeah, buddy. Here they come. Yep. They follow the net. When I'm scooping stuff, I can tell if they're hungry because they follow the net. That means that I'm fixing to feed them. When I'm pulling all the stuff off the surface of the pond, that means they're getting ready to eat. Yeah, George. What do you say, buddy? Anyway, we have blue skies in paradise, and that's helping. But I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to show you what happened with the big branch that fell. Yeah, buddy. Oh, George, what do you say, buddy? Hazel's on walkabout with us. She's been checking everything out too. I'll show you. This is a piece of what fell, and it fell conveniently right across the bucket of my bobcat. Now, this is the first sign of trouble. That is probably either a woodpecker or a flying squirrel had made a nest inside that tree. The backside of it is hollow. That's what it looks like on the other side. There's the entrance up there, but this whole area here was a big nest. The nest is still up in the tree, but the part of the tree that's left is too weak, and it will come down right on top of my shed. The only casualty from this thing falling is the tote full of stuff there. It smashed it flat. Yes. Anyway, the tree fell in between the new shed and the old shed, and I'm going to get to where you can see here. Yup. There is a nest right there. That is either a woodpecker or a flying squirrel was living inside that hollow spot there. But the problem is the whole rest of that tree above that point, it will fall down this winter if I don't cut it the rest of the way off. That will catch snow, and then it will break and fall right on the roof of the shed. So I gotta take that part from right there off. But the tree is gonna survive. It's got branches below that point. But it fell right here, right across the bucket of the bobcat. And Dennis, I'm sorry to say, it missed the asparagus forest by just a little bit. The asparagus is right there. Ah! You betcha! Saved by the bell. Yep. Anyway, it could have been a lot worse. We had a lot of rain and wind. It has knocked the power out in Hayward. Yup. Anyway, the asparagus forest is just fine. But that tree branch fell right between those two sheds. Yep, missed them by a little bit. Anyway, love you all. Thoughts and prayers for everybody picking up more stuff than we are. Yeah, we were very fortunate. Anyway, love you all. Have a wonderful Saturday. Yeah. Jerry, what are you girls doing? Jerry's on walkabout too. Jerry. Hi, baby. You been looking at yourself in the mirror? Huh? You been looking at yourself in the mirror? There's Barbara. Oh, and that brings up, I gotta say thank you to Barbara and Greg and Marianne, everybody that helps us. Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm an old guy. My Social Security just barely covers the mortgage. Doesn't leave me anything else for truck insurance or new tires on the truck or anything else. And the money that we make off of George's channel, he's making just over $300 a month for all the work that I put in on the channel. So anybody thinking of starting a YouTube channel, don't quit your day job. Yeah. We appreciate all the people that help us. Yeah. George's channel makes just enough to cover the phone bill and about a week's worth of groceries. That means I have to work. Even though I'm an old fart, I still got to go to work to afford to feed the rest of them. Yep. Anyway, God bless you all for helping. Yep. We miss our mama. We can't wait for USCIS to make up their mind. Yep. Anyway, breeze is still blowing. Yeah. But I think we're done with the damage. Anyway, love you all. Have a wonderful Saturday. Yeah. Remember to stay safe. Wash your flippers often. Have a wonderful day. We love you too.